All right. Hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. Yes, fantastic for you and only you. And that is because today we're diving into a video about the Yieldmax ETFs. And we're talking specifically which ones am I looking to buy and which ones I'm currently not looking to buy. No hints included there. But what I will do in this video is I'll talk to you about the Yieldmax funds that I do actually want to buy, some other covered call ETFs that I do own and why I own them. And I'm just going to tell you my thoughts on the Yieldmax ETFs in general because I don't think I never really gave my true thoughts. And I'll tell you which ones I own in my current portfolio. Spoiler alert, I only own TSLY. And we're going to get into all of that in this video. So if you guys do want to stick around, we're up to 1,791 subscribers. You don't have to subscribe, of course, but we are a growing page on YouTube. Our last video got 1.7 thousand views. So awesome, guys. I'm so happy about that. 1.7 thousand views. That is incredible. So please do subscribe if you haven't yet done so, if you want to stick around and see more videos like this. So today, we're talking about the Yieldmax funds. Which Yieldmax fund am I currently looking to purchase? None other than TSLY. I am actually a really big fan of the Yieldmax TSLY option income strategy ETF and only TSLY. I'm not necessarily looking to invest in OARC, APLY, and NVDY, or maybe AMZ in the future, but currently only TSLY. This is the only Yieldmax ETF that I'm looking to buy. Sure, it does have the highest yield at 67%. OARC has a great yield at 55%. But I'm not a huge fan of Cathie Wood's ARK Invest ETF. And if I'm not a fan of the underlying stock, then I don't necessarily want to own the Yieldmax ETF for it. One stock that I am a huge fan of is Apple. I think Apple has a great future. Obviously, it had a great past. It is an amazing company. I actually own an Apple iPhone. So I invest in kind of Apple, but I don't invest in Apple. And the reason being, sure, it does pay at 33%, which is awesome. It's nothing compared to TSLY, but the reason why is because I am diversified across a couple different covered call strategy ETFs, one being CLIP and another one being USOI with a tiny position in USOI, about like, I think, what is it, $100 or so, $166. But I do have a pretty big position in CLIP, which I'm going to share with you here, which is about $1,500. Actually, this is my equity right here, so $1,500. So as you can tell, I'm invested in other covered call strategy ETFs, and I don't necessarily want to put all my eggs in one basket when it comes to Yieldmax. I do think Yieldmax is doing something really cool. They write synthetic covered calls. They don't own any Tesla or Apple or any other underlying fund, but what they do is they write synthetic covered calls, which they basically go long on the upside and short it, and they collect money on that short side through options. It is an option income strategy ETF, as I'm sure you guys are all aware, but they do have cap participation in the price gains of the underlying stock. And the reason why I'm only buying Tesla is I'm long Tesla. I do like Tesla stock. I actually did want to invest in Tesla. The only thing is, you look here, forward dividend, NA, I like to see a percent there, and they have no dividend. And so I was like, okay, I like to invest. I do think Tesla is a good company. Sure, TSLY doesn't own any Tesla stock, but they do match the price gains. And I believe long term in Tesla. I like their cars. I'm not a huge like energy and electric car guy, but I'm like, okay, I've been in a Tesla. It's pretty cool. I like my gas cars. I like burning, dinosaurs, ancient dinosaurs. But I'm like, yo, Tesla's cool. So I like TSLY, and I like the fact that it's so volatile too, because this volatility pays for those massive 60-70% dividends that are coming in every single month. So that is the reason that I own TSLY. It's a great dividend payer. Its volatility is there. I like the underlying stock. I think it's going to do very well in the long term. And that's why I'm buying TSLY. And the fact that it has the largest yield out of the Yieldmax funds is another reason why I'm really going all in. I don't necessarily need to diversify in Apple or NVDY in Yieldmax because I'm happy with the one that I'm purchasing with the 67% dividend yield. That's the biggest dividend yield out of all of them. And that gives me room to then diversify out of Yieldmax too and invest in things like CLIP or Credit Suisse's USOI. I know Credit Suisse, I'm not sure if they own them anymore. I think another bank bought out USOI. But nonetheless, I know some people on my channel, they own all the Yieldmax ETFs. They own TSLY, OARC, APLY, NVDY. They own all of them. And honestly, that's not a bad decision. You know, if you want to split your money across those Yieldmax ETFs, that's all for you to go for. But for me personally, I just would like to have my money where it's making the greatest return in my opinion. I know, of course, like APLY and NVDY may appreciate a bit more, but in terms of the dividend yield, that is why I'm buying TSLY. Now, another thing is I actually did make a video, which was my latest video, got 1.7 views. The reason I'm referring back to that is because I thought that TSLY might be approaching a little bit of a great buying opportunity, with it being down from almost $18.23 recently, and Tesla looking like it kind of is in the middle of a bear trend, deciding whether or not it wants to continue downwards or hold off at this level. As you can see, it kind of hit this level about here, which is $244. And then it's kind of been about here. So it's either going to rebound and go to the upside up here, or it's going to continue further down. And if it does continue further down, TSLY will also fall. If it hits a price point about $14, $13, that's where I'm looking to really buy in on TSLY and increase that position. Because currently you're probably wondering, okay, what's your position size? I only have 38 shares of TSLY. I honestly would have liked to have purchased a lot more. I just don't have any cash in my account currently. But even at this $15 level, I do think TSLY is a pretty solid buy. And of course, you can't go wrong with a 67% dividend as long as it continues to pay and the underlying stock does not absolutely crash, which TSLY, you know, it crashed a bit, but it's following Tesla, which is a very volatile stock. So that's just kind of like my full opinion on why I choose to invest in TSLY, only TSLY, just due to the awesome 67% dividend yield and reserving cash for other covered call ETFs such as CLIP, which pay a 52% dividend yield, and then also Credit Suisse, which pay about a 25% dividend yield. And sure, I'm in a North American business here, which is Tesla, and I'm also investing, as you could say, overseas, as I own CLIP, and CLIP writes covered calls on KWeb, which is the Chinese internet sector. So it helps me to diversify a little bit. And the funny part here is I own TSLY, which looks to track Tesla, but then I own Credit Suisse, which is also a gas, which is a crude oil covered call ETF. So that's kind of funny too. But yeah, these are the 3 covered call strategy ETFs that I personally own. This was just a short little video about my opinions on Yieldmax. I think it's a great fund. Their synthetic covered call strategy is very cool and it's very unique what they're doing. I like what they're doing. Obviously, the dividend distributions have been there and they've been tracking the price movement of Tesla, which is pretty fantastic. Just going to check here, make sure we're still recording, which we are. But yeah, it's pretty incredible that a company is able to track the price movements of a stock, pretty much give the exact same return and also an amazing dividend at the same time. So I'm definitely looking to purchase some more TSLY, but I will let you guys know if I do so. And with that being said, we are definitely approaching the end of this video. So I hope you guys did enjoy and got a little bit of my thoughts on why I'm buying TSLY and a couple other covered call strategy ETFs if they weren't already known to you. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you guys do subscribe to our channel. We're up to 1,791 subscribers. Let's get that up a little bit, guys. But once again, you don't have to subscribe. Absolutely appreciate all the love, the comments, the likes, everything. You guys are too much. So with that being said, I want to say thank you for watching this video, and I want to say take care. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.